Brothers and sisters, I hereby pass my greetings to all of you. Welcome back to another topic on this channel, The Hidden Africa. That's the real history of the people. Today I've brought a different story. I'm going to tell you the life story of this man you are seeing on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, our today's story takes us into the country of Zimbabwe in the region known as the Eastern Highlands or Manicaland province. In this province, our destination is the district of Machangwa, which is under Chipinge town. It is the year of 1964 in the month of January and the date was 15. This day, a family, meaning husband and wife, who were expecting a child as the wife was pregnant and her days were due. This couple was well known around their area because they were fruit farmers. They also have fruit plantations which they could sell as necessary to the people. So people around this area, they could pass by the couple's house and ask for fruits. So on this day, on the 15th of January in 1964, a group of churchgoers passed through the couple's homestead to ask for fruits. As they arrived at this couple's homestead, the woman started to have labor pains. In these days, many women gave birth in houses. As the woman began to have labor pains, some older women among this group of churchgoers, they also joined and started to assist the woman to give birth, and a baby boy was born. So these people, they were very, very happy to have made such a big surprise on this particular day. So they started to have a chat among themselves, saying words like, this is WaMwari, meaning this is God's child. From their words, the couple, they take that name into consideration and they named their child WaMwari, meaning God's child. So on this day, 15 January 1964, the life of WaMwari began. As WaMwari was growing, he learned how to plant fruit plantations just like his parents. As time moves on, he became an expert, which made him to be very popular around his area and some close surroundings, to an extent of attracting investors and donors who were willing to assist him in expanding his business. Moving forward with the time, around January 2015, now WaMwari was in his early 50s with a wife, 2 children, and his aging widowed mother who was now having problems of eyesight. That month of January 2015, some donors have expressed their wishes to give WaMwari a car and assist him in looking for customers as well as assistance in general for his fruit plantations. This particular issue caused envy to some of his neighbors and other peoples around that area where people were doing their fruit plantation business. Fast forward, just some few days after that event, WaMwari's plantations were eaten by goats of his neighbor named Stole. Even though the fruit plantations were not completely destroyed, WaMwari chose not to ask for compensation since it is a norm when such things happen. After Stole was told what happened to WaMwari's plantations, he then visited WaMwari to express his forgiveness. WaMwari said nothing to him, but just recommended him to take care of his goats so that they cannot cause more damage in the future. But Stole sarcastically said to WaMwari, you WaMwari with your plantations, always with your plantations. Then WaMwari simply replied, what can I do, my friend? You know I was born in this life. I learned it from my parents. Stole then said to WaMwari, do you know you can end up leaving all of this? This statement numbed WaMwari to an extent that he just remained silent. He didn't know what else to say. 3 days after Stole visited WaMwari, it was now 15 January of 2015. Early that morning of 15 January 2015, WaMwari was surprised to see police officers in front of his house, inviting him to follow them to the police station because he was being accused of rape. As they arrived at the police station, WaMwari was shocked to see his neighbor Stole and his 9-year-old daughter waiting for them, since they were the ones who were accusing him of raping his neighbor's daughter. The area which WaMwari was living is just a small district, and in such small district they don't handle cases like that one of rape case. So they had to transfer WaMwari to the provincial center, which is Mutare. After they transferred him on that very day, He was then put in custody, waiting for court, and the court was handled 6 months later, which is July of that year in 2015. After the court was handled, WaMwari was then found guilty and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Lucky enough, his sentence was then reduced to 10 years. After he was sentenced, he was again transferred to the country's capital, which is Harare, where he was supposed to spend the rest of his sentence. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, life is so mysterious. WaMwari from Norway found himself in a new reality, a reality which can easily make a man to sink deep in thoughts and suffering. However, WaMwari seemed to have accepted his new life and adapted to it. In March 2019, whilst WaMwari was in prison, something very sad and devastating happened to the southern hemisphere as it was hit by a dangerous cyclone known as Cyclone Idai. This cyclone led to loss of lives from countries like Malawi, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe also. Somewhere around mid-2019, members of a church from WaMwari's area were moving in jails. Their reason was to go and inform prisoners about areas which were affected by the cyclone. Unfortunately, WaMwari's area was completely wiped out, meaning his family, his neighbors from his village were all killed by the cyclone. Only a very few were lucky to escape. Fellow brothers and sisters, as said before, life is so mysterious. The turning out of events on this story leaves one with no words. Let me know what you think in the comment section, whether WaMwari's imprisonment, it meant his salvation, or it was just a coincidence. And also let me know what you think about the power of names given to us. Brothers and sisters, we have come to the conclusion of our today's story. Please let us meet in the next chapter. May the Most High keep on blessing and protecting you as always. Goodbye.